Alright, we live. Panda, we
Good
live.
evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Jay's not here today, so I would be taking the lead here. Today we have today
Alright, we live.
we have Kevin, our guest
Panda,
here,
we
to
live.
talk about a little bit about Gamescom. Everybody. And we also have with us Gruff. Jay's not here today, so I would be and Mark, and I think that's it.
Yeah, that's a free night.
Alright. I wonder if we should wait a little bit to see if anybody comes on or if we just continue. Well, people can always get a replay. So, Kevin, how you doing?
I'm
Taking
good,
the
and
lead
you?
here.
I'm fine.
Alright, Panda, go ahead.
Alright, so tell us a little bit about Gamescon, Kevin.
Alright, well,
Today
Gamescon
we
is,
have
of
we
course,
have
as you know, the largest video
Kevin,
game
our guest
convention
here,
in
to talk about. Jay's
Trinidad.
not here today, so I would
We
be
want to showcase
and
10
Mark.
different games in
And
one
I think
day
that's it.
with, of course, Street Fighter 5, all the fighting games, Street Fighter 5, Tekken, Naruto, Mortal Kombat, and Smash Brothers.
Okay. So you had any difficulties organizing this year as compared to last year? I know you had some difficulties last year as well.
Of course, and there are much more difficulties now than ever because lack of sponsorship, venue rental being increased, a lot more difficulties.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense because I was talking with some people and they had a small issue with the price compared with the prices as compared to last year. But I guess that kind of answers it with the extra fees you have to pay.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, it's also the lack of sponsorship as well. Last year I did get sponsors. This year, nobody has really jumped on board as a financial sponsor.
Okay.
Oh,
So anything else you want to tell us about it? Because that's really all I have to really ask.
I wanted to ask a question. Kevin,
Sure.
right?
Feel free.
yeah.
Is registration still open, right? For the
Yes,
various games?
registration is still open.
Okay.
We were supposed to have a cutoff deadline by Sunday gone. However, we all know Trinidad's a last minute, and yes, we want to try to break the late last minuteness, but at the same point in time, people will show up on the day to register and pay.
When the tournament exactly is again? What day?
Saturday.
The Saturday, okay. In
Yeah,
TLC, right?
Yep, like in 2 days from now.
Okay. Pando, you wanted to ask anything else?
I had one last question I need to ask. I had some people who had issue the prices because I was told that if you pay it for the entry, you just have to pay $100 on top of that to enter a game, then 200 after that, or what is the
No.
case with that?
Okay, so you have to understand there are two separate entrance fees.
Okay.
One is the registration fee, which you just pay $200 to register for any game, and that's it. And then there's the spectator fee, which is only $100. But that's if you're just coming to just look on. You're not playing any game or anything like that. So it's just $100. But on the day, it's $120 to pay at the door.
Okay. Okay, so to be 120 plus 100, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
it's just $200 if you're registering. That's it, flat.
Okay. All right, well, that's good. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody should have any questions?
Yeah. Hey Kevin, this is Cole.
Uh-huh.
So tell us a little bit about your background in gaming.
Um, well, I'm actually very late on the gaming scene. I only started actually 2 years ago, and I was playing League of Legends. And I was disappointed because when League of Legends started to become very big internationally, I was like, okay, how can I get to that level? And I didn't see anywhere in Trinidad that I could go and compete against other players. And to me, that just didn't make any sense. So I said, let me actually start hosting these tournaments. And that's how I started hosting League of Legends tournaments and then last year Gamescon. Because I wanted to focus on esports, and esports encompasses all video games. So I had to include like fighting games into the console games as well. I didn't want to leave out anybody.
So
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
what was like your biggest obstacles you had to face, like trying to get Gamescom on the way?
Um, I would say my biggest obstacle is sponsors because it's very difficult to get sponsors, especially financial sponsors. The product is all right, but at the same point in time, it just adds an experience and a value, but not, it doesn't really help me reach certain goals when it comes to being able to pull off expenses for the event. So the SC product sponsorship is fine, but at some point in time, I do need financial sponsorship to get to the real place of where I want to go.
So that begs the question: where do you want to see Gamescom go?
Well, I actually wanted to be the biggest video game convention in the Caribbean, and I have plans to start doing inter-school gaming from September. We already did a gaming day in Naparima College, so in Trinidad and Tobago, this is because that's where I'm from. I actually want to start doing inter-school gaming competitions and then partner with along other people to go to Billy's, who's very interested and wants me to come to Billy's to do a gaming center kind of thing there, and then
Hmm.
move up the island chain. There's like St. Lucia, St. Vincent. They have already requested me to come and do things within their school system as well. So I want to see Gamescom be in the biggest video game convention in the Caribbean.
Uh, was that into school thing about? That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's a project that I started off since earlier this year, which I've been talking to secondary schools and finding out the interest level as to okay, we have football, we have cricket in schools,
Hmm.
but gaming is something that is not looked on, and now that gaming is becoming such a huge thing, why not look at it as an avenue for another kind of sport, electronic sports? So
Nice.
Naparima actually is spearheading the whole project right now. As I said, we did the gaming day in Naparima, and we just hope to from September do like inter-school FIFA tournaments, inter-school League of Legends tournaments.
Man, I would be so pumped up back in the day, like when I was in secondary school, if I had something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
and
thinking about it, that'd be really good. Like if I had something like that back in my days too.
yeah, and the thing about it is, while I have looked at all the current gaming communities like Trini MFK, FGCT, myself, Chrono Fantasy, and all these others, there is very a little target towards younger audiences, which would be like the school teenagers, and that's where it
Hmm.
starts though.
It's true.
Yeah. So I plan to target them and give them the opportunities which I didn't have to probably go pro.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds cool. I mean, that's like a big initiative.
Yeah, it is a huge initiative and it is taking a lot of time and a lot of coordination as well. So the more people that I could that wants to help out, then I'm all happy for that.
I mean, what you could probably do is like have like a qualifiers for Gamescom. So like after the inter-school thing, like you could automatically qualify for Gamescom.
Yep, and that's what we plan to do for next year's event. Because trust me, planning for next year's event has already started. Even though Gamescom is this Saturday, it's already
Right.
been any planning process for next year, and we want to do the qualifiers. We want to go up the island chain, so it's next year is actually going to be much bigger than I expect this Saturday to be.
So would that mean a change in venue or anything like that?
I I would love to change the venue honestly because the venue currently has a lot of issues when it comes to the fees, the price. UE itself doesn't know exactly how much to charge for specific things, and because I'm the only person doing this,
Hmm.
I'm like a test. So
Ah, I see.
they're testing me, they're pushing me. Actually, I have a meeting tomorrow with the bursary to discuss and negotiate price because they hit me a price today which was like ridiculous. And I want to change venue, but again, there is no other convention center in Trinidad that I think could host something like this, unless you're actually going to like a hotel. But hotel is ridiculous.
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, eventually, my vision for the next 5 years is to actually build up my own gaming center kind of complex.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that'd be huge. That'd be huge. I mean, like even right now, just like with this the startings at Gamescom, this is like already a big deal, straight up.
I would like to think so as well. I don't think anybody in Trinidad really has been able to do something of this caliber as yet, but I I'm kind of proud of myself for what I've done, and I think that once more people actually just jump on board with the whole idea, the concept, and the vision of it, then it could become something much bigger than myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that happening. I see that you have a lot of vision and you are really putting it together very, very good. Because not many people, if anybody, has been able to have as many games in a tournament like you with the prizes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 10 game status, I think you're in the lead there. I could be wrong, but I think
And
so.
well, from since I have my own computers now, I'll actually be starting to do FPS games now, like Call of Duty, Halo 5, Titanfall. Yeah, I'm
I know
gonna be
some
able
people
to.
who are very interested in the Overwatch. Some people that
Yes,
Overwatch is a
Overwatch.
very big game.
I actually want to do one in November, December, but the community still needs to build. I mean, I started a Facebook group with FPS Trinidad and Tobago, and we only have about like 100 members, but it needs to build from there. And once we have the interest and the people and the numbers, then definitely I want to do Overwatch tournament.
I think that Overwatch have a lot of potential in it. Yeah, the game now come out, so I can understand where you're coming from. But it has
Yeah,
that Overwatch has a lot of potential.
it does, and I'm really looking forward to hosting a tournament for that and just seeing how it comes together. And no other person has ever done a FPS tournament professionally in Trinidad as yet. They have been Halo tournaments, but that's split screen. We're talking about like having your own console, merging them together in one screen. Well, showing it on a big projector and just mashing it out. 4v4.
Is it
Uh,
4v4 or 6v6?
Well, it could be 4v4, 5v5, or 6v6, but I know
Oh,
most of them are probably 4v4s from what I've seen.
right. That sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Girl, I think some people have any issues with the stream, boy. I need to fix that. But anyway,
Yeah, we can. You go. Only go ahead. I'm working on it.
alright. So, how are the prices looking for this year?
Well, the prizes are more or less the same as last year. 1,500 first prize for all games, 700 second prize, and 300 third prize.
I know
Uh,
last year some people had issues with how some of the prizes had to be collected. I assume that's not going to be happening this year, especially
no,
since the
that's
sponsors
actually
were.
yes. So that was a huge, I would say, mix-up from last year with Republic Bank sponsoring. They were actually supposed to give me of like a reloadable, well, actually a debit card, Visa card kind of thing, which would be loaded with the money on it. However, they actually just gave, there was a mix-up and they gave me letters in which persons needed to go to a branch and open an account in order for the money to be transferred to that account, which was sorted out. I know it was distasteful at the beginning when people received this and found out they had to go and open an account, but it was a mixed miscommunication because Republic Bank did take back some of the letters and issue the visa, well, the cards. But in the meantime, what I did was issue checks for most of the tournaments except for the only two which were sponsored from Republic Bank.
Oh, okay, because I know I did get a check personally.
Yeah, yeah. And it was a miscommunication apart on Republic Bank and my side, but now that no banks are really involved in terms of sponsorship, everybody's getting a check this year. And not only that, they're going to be also getting $200 off gift vouchers from Social Eyes. So if you have any problems with eyes, or even if you don't have your problem with eyes and you want to get like a shades, you'll be getting a $200 gift certificate for any top three. If you place any top three, and every registrant will be getting a free mouse pad once they come to Gamescon and register.
Oh,
nice.
that sounds nice.
Yeah. So a lot of perks this year, which is I think adding more experience and value to players. and hopefully we build it out next year because we're already in conversations with Massive Communications. They will be there at Gamescon, and we'll see if they want to sponsor next year.
That sounds good. I really hope that you get more sponsors because I have seen you once in person, hang out with you for a bit, and you seem like you really have your head on the game. You're really like you're on top of the mark. You know what you're doing and you have your vision. So I
Yeah.
really see a good future for you in this industry once you keep up the movement.
Yeah, I think one of my mistakes last year was because of the first time I'm ever doing something of this caliber. I was very short-tempered, and I did actually cuss out a few Dota people, which
Damn.
I kind of live to regret now because they said, Kevin, I'll never attend another tournament of yours. Da, 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 da. But at the same
I
point
think
in
I saw
time,
like memes with you and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. People created memes of me, and
Oh
I
man.
mean, to me, it's a learning experience. I did apologize after the fact that it was my bad. It was my fault, and I did apologize, and I did make up with a few of them. Some of them still having total feelings, but at the same point in time, I'm still gonna push forward no matter what anybody says. And it's because I think I have a passion for this and I really believe in it and I really want to see it move forward.
And it's really good to see that you are keep pushing forward because I know that you got a lot of
Fuck.
heckling from the last one. Even
Yeah,
I
I did.
was even I was part of the heckling to be honest. I wouldn't even go
Yeah,
in to say what the heckling was because I don't want to put no shade on you right now because I really like what you're doing.
thank
So
you.
yeah, really nice to see that you keep moving forward and keep doing your thing.
Yeah, thank you very much. And again, I'm thankful for the whole gaming community because they're supporting and well, yes, they're supporting me and the company and the event, but what I'd also like to see in future is that they support other events and other tournaments that other people will host because right now I know that I wouldn't call a certain entity, but they are kind of like boycotting my event just because they have an event future in the future, and I find that's totally wrong, and it's also unfair to the gamers.
I kind of want to ask who it is. I'm not sure if I should, but I'm
It's
curious.
well, I can't say for certain, but Elias is 2 weeks after my event,
Okay.
and yeah, so the persons associated with them, they toot in.
Pew
Yeah,
pew pew.
personally, I will say my personal opinion. I'm not sure if I should, but I will say it regardless. But I have always been hearing a lot of negative things about Alias in terms of cooperating with other tournament organizers and such. And I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't understand
Well,
why.
I think it's because the head person for Elias, I give her all props. She knows how to throw an event. She knows how to organize an event, but she really doesn't know how to interact with people. And just like how I cuss out people last year, I think she takes that to a level and doesn't even know what she's doing, and she doesn't even apologize for it. So I think that's where it hurts because it things go unappreciated in a sense, and we, the people that help her out, just feel like, wow, you just burnt us. What the heck?
Rough. Kevin, can you tell us if we're gonna have like streams next year for Gamescom?
We are working on that. Right now we have streams for League of Legends and Dota 2. For the other games, unfortunately, because we're using more than one console, unless we're
Mhm.
streaming both of them at the same time, it's going to be hard. But at the same time, I'm trying to get recordings at least for all of them using Elgato. But
Right,
to get an Elgato system times 10 is pretty expensive.
right.
So it's something that I want to do in terms of at least recording them, so that way we could show them after the event and actually use that footage to, promote the other events and promote the
Mhm.
players themselves.
Mhm.
Because we could
Mhm.
say, "Hey, Panda, this was your fight against Cull. This is what happened," and you actually could now use that and promote yourselves in other different tournaments, regionally and internationally.
And if that fight really happened, it'll probably be in Tekken, and I don't see that fight. Nobody will see that fight.
Yeah, nobody really want to see that seriously. But I mean, like, I know real people probably asking like, "Where's the streams? Where's the streams?"
Yeah. But unfortunately, only League of Legends and Dota will be streamed this year.
I personally don't mind that there aren't any streams because, well, two reasons. Streams tend to, well, if it's done not organized efficiently, it tends to take up a lot of time.
It does. It does. And I think from last year, which Dota actually started 2 hours late, is because they were
Oh,
having problems with the stream,
you see?
which which can't happen this year again. So that's why we're actually going in tomorrow to do all the setup and the testing. So yeah,
Wait,
Okay,
so where's the
okay.
link for the streams for Saturday?
it will. Well, one of them will be ESCLG on YouTube, and the other one will be on the Dota community.
So they'll be
Hmm.
streaming on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy with that because I tend to have some issues with Twitch sometimes. It runs good sometimes, and sometimes it just
Hmm.
stutters and stutters and stutters.
Well, I've actually used Twitch before, but I actually now prefer YouTube, and I actually understand that Facebook is coming out with a streaming service. So
Yeah, it's actually out already. I
yeah,
watched ESL on Facebook actually.
I still yet to try it hosting a stream on Facebook, but it's out. So probably next time I'll be trying it. Oh yes. As somebody is asking if they're streaming Evo at Gamescom, yes, we will be streaming Evo at Gamescom. We're still looking at the schedule to find out which games we should stream. I know that we'll be streaming like Street Fighter 5 between the hours of like 8 and something or the other. But we could only stream like one because we're only going to be streaming it in Theater D and up until 3 o'clock because cosplay needs to start after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Street Fighter 5 will definitely be streamed at Gamescom Evo.
Okay.
As people were asking, why did I put my event on Evo, which is such a big thing? It's not. It's the other way around. Evo put the event on my day.
I was actually going to ask you that next.
yeah. Evo. We announced Gamescom since January of this year, so Evo just was like, hey,
Yeah, and Eva's announced a little later, and I remember that.
yeah.
So
That
you're
really
following,
sour a lot of
you're
people
really part of
though.
the greats.
Yeah, it does sour people, but at the same point in time, which one you rather watch the game or play against people and try to win money? So it's a
I
balance.
kind of, I'll be honest. Evo, I rather watch Evo.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. And
Yeah, to be
I
honest, yeah,
tend to
that's
come in
true.
top trees, and for some games, I rather watch Evo. I love to watch Evo, Marvel, Street Fighter. I love to watch the anime gaming Evo finals.
right.
Evo is once a
Evo is
year.
like sacred to fighting game players.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't mess with that.
Evo is my World Cup.
Well, I can't speak to that because I wasn't really a big fighter gamer, but I do understand what you're saying because when LoL World Finals comes around, you can't fight better. But so I do understand.
All right. No,
But yeah, I
well,
mean, it's cool. At least you're you're having like a dedicated stream. Better than nothing. You know.
it's better
Yeah.
than nothing. And we will all appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, and just since you all are here as well, you all could also recommend to me what you think could happen at Gamescom. Probably not this year, but probably next year. But even if you have any recommendations for this year, I'll see what I could do in a short
I
space of time.
personally, I would say that you should probably try to collaborate with some other TOs to
Hmm.
see if you can do some seedings based on their
Yes, I was
tournaments.
going to say
Right.
that.
Actually, we've other TOs have had meetings in the past, like within the last 2 months, we've been having meetings. Me, Chrono Fantasy Alpha, Trini Gamers, RB, and a few others, and we've been meeting to try to set up a rank system. I am personally going to be building out a rank system from Gamescon, and if anybody else as a tournament organizer wants to jump on the rank system, sure, by all means you can, but I'm actually spending money to build this rank system with my website on a personal level. So if anybody else wants to jump in as well, it's cool for me.
Hmm. The thing about why I think seeding is so important though, like especially for Gamescom, is because, um, like big events like Gamescom, it. Wait, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got to know. But yeah, the thing about Gamescom is like it brings out a lot of new people who don't typically probably like follow like FGC stuff. So like
Hmm.
if they go like 2-0 in like a tournament, they're not going to have like a very good first impression of
Yeah.
tournaments.
So that's actually why the rank system will be able to tell me as a tournament organizer, okay, this is the top 10 players. Let's put them in a bracket by themselves, and let's put all the new ones coming in into a bracket by themselves. So that way, there's a difference in division, and there's also a means of getting better within your own division and trying to move up to the next division.
Yeah, that kind of thing is pretty cool because
Yeah.
you don't want to be like
Yeah,
making
you don't want to
people
get
feel
pop
so
stumped on
sour.
your first tournament, and then you don't want to come back to the next one.
Yeah, that's not a good vibe.
Somebody?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry, nothing else to talk about right now.
Panda.
No,
Kenny
that's not,
joke with the class panda. What's
no,
up with
no,
that?
I am on the stream right now typing, and my name has been changed to Justin Fan instead of Panda Man.
Panda, something going on with your internet or?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, you don't know what I right now, but that's perplexed.
Alright, let's see.
All right. So, any more questions? Anybody, or should we move on?
I think that's about it mostly. I mean, Kevin, you should definitely plug all the sponsors, remind people why they should come to Gamescom.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll be reposting all this content and new content between tonight and then tomorrow night because it's relevant information for everybody to understand. Just like if you, oh, so this is one thing that we're moving up from last year in terms of the calling out of your name, staying in the room to hear your name being called kind of thing. A lot of people were kind of deterred because they had to stay in the room in order to hear their name. And if they left and your name get called, you get disqualified if you're not there. We are moving up using a tournament bracket system, which has our app, which you can actually see the schedule when somebody has played, what's the result, and when your next match is. So I'll be posting the downloads for that app. It's both on iOS and Android, and it's free to download. And you could just look for Gamescom 2016, the relevant game, and see this whole schedule from there.
Okay, sounds pretty cool. I know some people would be curious though. So, could you tell us how come like Gamescom need to start like 9 o'clock for tourneys? You know, Trinity time already and all that type of thing.
Yeah. So the schedule is already set with Tech and Tag starting at 9 a.m. So
Wow.
everybody, yeah,
Yeah, you see what I
everybody
mean?
everybody who is playing in Tech and Tag needs to be there by at least 8:30 to check in. And then Street Fighter 5 starts at 10, Mortal Kombat starts at 11, Smash Brothers starts at 12, Naruto starts at 1, FIFA starts at 9 o'clock as well, Hearthstone starts at 9 as well, and Pokemon starts at 10.
You know, I had a funny story with that. Last year, I parked on the wrong side of the campus. Was late, and I really wanted to come to Gamescom and try and win.
Alright.
To the wrong
Well,
side. I had to run through the rain because I
right.
was late.
Well, the thing about it is, once you are registered online and have made your payment already, you will be put into the bracket. Now, if
Well,
you
no,
come in on the day to pay and then to register and pay, that's a much riskier chance of
oh,
you
okay.
being placed in the bracket. And the thing about it is, even if you do reach late because it's double elimination, if you miss your first game, you're still in the losers bracket, which will be played much later down. So
All right. Fair enough, fair enough.
it's still a chance you
No,
still
but
have.
I did make it on time, although they started late, but I had to buy a jersey.
Uh,
Was not too bad because it was a nice jersey and I thought plenty
right,
stores
right,
for the jerseys from there.
right.
Based on that time frame though, I think how come Tekken so early?
Yeah, because
Um,
there are people coming from all over Trinidad. I
well,
am traveling with one particular guy who lives Palo Seco.
right. No, well, again, to me, this was just what I set. Now, if Tekken, like Carl, you're the admin for Tekken. If you and because your numbers are very small, meaning you all only have like about 12 people so far, you're
Mhm.
actually the smallest game right now. FIFA has like 35 people registered, kind of thing. If you all want to start later, let's say at 12 o'clock, I don't mind you all starting at 12, but you all need to agree on that.
Well, that's the thing, because I knew the numbers were small, so I was like, so how come Tekken had to start so early? We could
Well,
probably start 12, like you say.
yeah. Well, as I said, it was because I set it to that. Now, if you all want to change that to probably 12 o'clock, I have no problem with that. Once it finish before 8 o'clock any night.
Ah man, 12 people, that should finish straight. That should finish.
Well, I know that.
Second mistake forever, though. Sorry.
12 people, no panda, 12 people.
I was holding back my panda boy, man. He's gonna say it.
No,
Well,
but the
I have
other
a friend. Oh, go on.
the other games have to start at their relevant times because things can go over time, especially in like the Street Fighter and Naruto. So those things need to start on
That's
time. But for
horrible.
Tekken, yeah, if you all want to start 12, I have no problem with that.
Because up till today, people was asking me questions about it. And when I tell them the time, there was like, WTF and thing. I was like, yeah, well, that's what it is. So I thought I'd find out. And, I have a friend who working like all night Friday and he desperately want to come. He's like a top
Right.
player too. So it'll be almost impossible for him to make it to that event, even though he really want to come.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I am totally flexible. It's not that I set it in stone. If you
Mm.
all want to start at 12, I have no problem. Just finish before 8. That's all.
Well, since you tell me we have an option now, I'll try and
Yeah.
get some feedback and let you know what's going on ASAP.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically it. Again, if you approach me as a person when it comes to questions and how to run the event, I'm totally open to any new ideas, any change of schedule. I'm totally open to it once it makes sense.
Hmm. All right, that's pretty cool, man. I'll let you know what's going on with that. Don't worry.
All right, cool.
Alright, Kevin, watching time here. I think we probably have to cut it right now.
Sure.
Really want to thank you for coming on. And I
Thank
will
you.
definitely be at Gamescon, and I'm sure many of us will be there as well.
Yeah,
Great.
I definitely gonna be there.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
No problem. It was a pleasure. It was